They're off. That's Arbrader for the early lead. Go Sox on the inside with Pirate Dan out there also on the move. Fox Valley Zeus and around the turn. Pirate Dan takes the early lead. Racing in second, that's Arbrader. They go over to the quarter mile. Pirate Dan leads a length. Arbrader second. Go Sox is third. Racing in fourth, Max Grandstander. In fifth position, Fox Valley Zeus trailing far back after a miscue, Colonel Wolf. They gone 3/8 of a mile. Pirate Dan leads a length and a half. Racing second, Arbrader by 2 with Go Sox third. Racing fourth is Max Grandstander. In fifth position, Fox Valley Zeus. They went the first quarter in 28 4/5. Tommy Harmer takes him by the half in a minute flat. On the back stretch, staying out there a length and a half as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. Pirate Dan racing in second position. That's Arbrader. Go Sox takes a box third. Moving up on the outside, Fox Valley Zeus. Also on the move is Max Grandstander. They go to the 3/4. Pirate Dan keeps the lead by 2 with Arbrader under urging second. On the outside, racing in third to the corner, that's Fox Valley Zeus. In the stretch, Pirate Dan leads with Arbrader racing second. Go Sox comes on third. They're in the stretch. On the front end, the leader is Pirate Dan. On the outside, Go Sox is closing ground. Second, it's Pirate Dan with Go Sox on the outside, but it's Pirate Dan. Fields on the turn. They're off. That's Fox Valley Jock with Gecko's Creed between horses along the rail as they look for position. Man with the gun off stride in that turn is Greco's Creed. And around the turn they go. The early leader, Man with the gun. Fox Valley Jock is second. Hopper Wellwood tucks third, but now is on the move. Racing in fourth as they go to the quarter mile pole. Corsair Carson and Fox Valley Jock gets the lead. The quarter 30 and a fifth. It's Fox Valley Jock to the top, racing in second, Man with a gun. In third is Hopper Wellwood, Corsair Carson fourth. Then it's Prairie Wolf fifth, Randamar Best, and Gecko's Creed the trailer. Into the half mile, Fox Valley Jocks had the best of it, still does, a length and a half. Man with the gun second. The half mile 1 1 1/5. They go over to the 3/4. Fox Valley Jock holds firm a length and a half. Man with the gun second. Hopper Wellwood a closer third. Corsair Carson fourth. Randamar's Best moves up fifth. Gecko's Creed 3 wide sixth along the rail. Frankie Wolf trails. They go into the 3/4. On the front end, the leader under urging is Fox Valley Jock. Hopper Wellwood gains ground second. 3 deep, Gecko's Creed. Man with the gun right there. Fourth between horses, Corsair Carson. They're in the lane. It's Hopper Wellwood on the outside. Fox Valley Jock on the inside. Racing in third through the stretch. Man with the gun. Now it's Hopper Wellwood getting the lead. Fox Valley Jock racing second. It's Hopper Wellwood. They're off. Off stride at the start is Dusky Brett. They drive in for the first turn. Down along the inside, that's Dancing Over taking the early lead. On the outside, the challenger second, Robert Andrew. Racing in third as they go over to the quarter-mile pole is Most Happy Mo. And around the turn they go, the early leader by a length and a half as they enter the stretch the first time. Comes Dancing Over, Robert Andrew racing second. In third as they go to the 3/8 pole on the outside of horses, Ideal Legacy. Down along the rail, Most Happy Mo moving up to be fifth. That's by popular demand. In sixth on the outside is Dusky Bread, and trailing the field, Major Majestic. They go to the half-mile pole, the leader by a length as they swing into the half-mile. On the front end, Dancing Over. On the outside, Ideal Legacy gains ground second. Racing in third, that's Robert Andrew. Racing in fourth as they go to the 3/4 between horses there. That's by popular demand. On the outside, 3 deep is Dusky Brett. The leader, Ideal Legacy, a neck. Along the inside, second, Dancing Over, racing third by popular demand. In fourth to the 3/4, Robert Andrew. Racing in fifth position is Major Majestic. They go by the 3/4 mile pole, 1:31 4/5 on the front end. The leader by a half length on the outside of horses. That's through the lane. Ideal Legacy leads by popular demand, is closing on the outside with Robert Andrew between horses. Ideal Legacy leads, a driving finish. They're off. Along the inside, that's Young Balfour with Rich Tree coming away well. Getting off third along the rail, Rorty Doodle. On the outside, racing up to be fourth. Round the turn to the quarter goes Inclination, and around the turn they go. On the front end, the early leader by a length and a half as they go to the quarter-mile mark is Young Balfour. Rich Tree racing second. Rorty Doodle is third. They go off the quarter, 29 1/5. It's Young Balfour showing the way. Racing in second as they go to the 3/8 mark now is Rich Tree. Up on the outside, Inclination comes on with Rorty Doodle. They go into the half-mile mark. It's Young Balfour showing the way. Racing in second of the clubhouse turn was Rich Tree. On the outside, gaining ground third, under urging to the half-mile comes Inclination. The half-mile, 1 1/5. They go to the 3/4. Young Balfour stays a length. On the inside, Rich Tree racing second. Inclination hanging on the outside third. Racing in fourth as they go to the 3/4 mile pole now on the rail. That's Rorty Doodle, and going 3 wide into the turn was He Looks Great. They swing round the turn on the front end with a short lead as they turn for home. That's Young Balfour racing in second position is Rich Tree in third. Rorty Doodle hung way on the outside there, 5 deep. In the lane now, Young Balfour's under urging on the outside. Rich Tree racing second. In third is Rorty Doodle. It's Young Balfour in front. Rorty Doodle moves through to be second, but it's Young Balfour. They're off. Along the inside, Aber Time for the early lead. Coming away between horses was B. Russell Sprout. Daving along the inside into the turn was Flying Frankie, and Aber Time leads Flying Frankie second. Racing third to the quarter-mile pole, B. Russell Sprout, Tune Tapper fourth. Up on the outside to be fifth as they go over to the quarter-mile mark now. That's Barrison Bow. They move in for the 3-ace, Barrison Bow, racing up on the outside to challenge for the lead. Along the inside, that's Aber Time racing in third. Flying Frankie on the outside fourth. Comes Cashmatic. They go into the clubhouse, turn on the front end with a short lead. Aber Time, Flying Frankie is second. Racing in third as they go to the half-mile mark now along the rail. That's Barrison Bow, the half, 59 seconds into the three-quarters. The leader is Aber Time, a half length. Barrison Bow racing second. In third, Flying Frankie. Cashmatic out there fourth. Moving three wide, fifth as they go to the three-quarters under pressure. Arab Oil into the three-quarters. They go on the front end now. The leader by a length into the turn is Aber Time. Arab Oil moves up with Flying Frankie along the rail, racing in fourth position. That's B. Russell Sprout. They turn for home. It's Aber Time, the leader. Flying Frankie closing on the outside. Now it's Flying Frankie getting the lead. Aber Time second, B. Russell Sprout third, Tune Tapper along the rail. Flying Frankie leads with B. Russell Sprout. Flying Frankie. They're off. Out in the middle of the track, that's Love Wellwood for the early lead. Coming away second, and off stride there was Poco Max momentarily as they drive into that first turn. They go into the turn on the front end. Love Wellwood leads, swooping up on the outside, is taken by surprise. Wave Shock is third, racing in fourth round the turn. Very noteworthy. Skip and Shadow is fifth. They head down to the quarter mile now, getting the lead, taken by surprise. Wave Shock moves up to be second, racing third as they go into the club turn. That's Love Wellwood racing in fourth position on the inside now, past the stands, is very noteworthy. Moving up to be fifth comes Poker Time, and around the turn they go. The leader is Wave Shock by 2.5 lengths, racing in second position. Goes taken by surprise on the outside third. That's Poker King. They go to the three-quarters. Poker King moves up on the outside to challenge and get the lead. Poker King is off stride now. The leader, as they go to the three-quarters, is Wave Shock. It's Wave Shock, the leader, on the outside, moving up to be second. Poco Max. Wave Shock leads. Poco Max is second, along the rail third, taken by surprise. They turn for home on the front end. The leader by a length in the stretch is Wave Shock on the outside, closing ground second. That's Poco Max. Coming on to be third, Egyptian Charmer down along the rail, taken by surprise, moves through. It's taken by surprise on the inside, getting up. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead goes Charisma Hanover with Head Chef. Driving up on the outside for position into the turn goes Bud Royal with American Elgin on the outside, and around the turn they go. Getting that early lead now is Bud Royal. American Elgin moves up second. Racing third as they head off the quarter mile. Charisma Hanover. Head Chef is fourth, moving up to be fifth as they pass the stands the first time. That's Uncle Murph, and now taking the lead is American Elgin on the outside. Charisma Hanover moving sharply. That's Charisma Hanover getting the lead, moving up to be second as they go to the 3/8 pole. With a rush is Chest of Drawers, and now Chest of Drawers shows on top. Charisma Hanover racing second. Uncle Murph moves up third. Racing by the half mile in 58 seconds. The leader by a length and a half as they go to the 3/4. Chest of Drawers. There goes Uncle Murph up on the outside to challenge second. Coming on to be third to the 3/4 mile pole is Sky Colors. Uncle Murph on the outside, a half length. Chest of Drawers holds the rail second. Racing in third position to the 3/4 mile pole now comes Sky Colors with Joshua's Orchid fourth. They turn for home. Uncle Murph's on a short lead. On the outside, racing second is Sky Colors. They're in the lane. That's Uncle Murph now under a drive. Closing ground second on the outside. Joshua's Orchid. It's Uncle Murph under urging. Joshua's Orchid closing ground on the outside. Down along the rail. Charisma Hanover. It's Uncle Murph. They're off. That's Termination Between Horses. Down along the inside, Dr. Walker came away. Three deep is Whoopee Cloud as they look for position. And around the turn, that's Whoopee Cloud on the outside, getting the lead, racing in second. Dr. Walker, Dr. Harry O is third. Racing in fourth as they go to the quarter trencher. They move in for the quarter mile up on the outside with an early move now. Goes Dr. Harry O, and it's Dr. Harry O taking the track. Whoopee Cloud is second. Racing in third to the 3/8 marker. Dr. Walker, a gap finds trencher fourth. Termination Racing fifth on the outside. Freedom Reigns comes on sixth. Gold Mint is seventh. Famous Skipper at the end. Into the half mile they wheel. The leader by 2 lengths is Dr. Harry O. Racing in second after a half mile in 58 and 1 on the outside is Termination. Whoopee Cloud is third. Down along the inside, that's Dr. Walker fourth. Freedom Reigns is fifth. Into the 3/4, Dr. Harry O leads. Termination alongside second. In third position, Whoopee Cloud. Dr. Walker is fourth, and the outside racing fifth. Freedom Reigns with Gold Mint sixth. They turn for home on the front end. Dr. Harry O's in a short lead. Termination gains ground second. They're in the lane. Now it's Termination taking the lead. Dr. Harry O is second, closing ground. Whoopee Cloud third. On the front end, the leader is Termination, racing in second through the lane. Comes Whoopee Cloud with Dr. Walker third. They're off. That's Sammy Blue Chip for the early lead. Coming away, Kelly Tuck, Greg down along the rail, Dream a Trick. They drive into that first turn, and Kelly Tuck, Greg leads. Dream a Trick is second, racing in third. Sammy Blue Chip in fourth. As they go over to the quarter-mile juncture, comes Rare Storm with Raven Ruler fifth. Racing in sixth position, call 911. They go off the quarter-mile on the front end after a quarter and 29 seconds. The leader is Dream a Trick, racing in second to the 3/8 mark now on the rail. Kelly Tuck Greg racing in third position to the half-mile pole. Goes Sammy Blue Chip on the outside. Call 911 comes on sharply fourth, followed up fifth on the outside by Unfamiliar. Racing in sixth after a half mile and 58 3/5. That's Rare Storm. They go to the 3/4. Dream a Trick leads. Call 911 gains on the outside second. Along the rail third, Kelly Tuck Greg. Sammy Blue Chip is fourth. Unfamiliar comes on fifth. It's Dream a Trick, the leader. Call 911 is second. Racing third to the 3/4. Kelly Tuck Greg on the rail. They go by the 3/4, 128 on the front end with a short lead now. That's Dream a Trick, call 911, gains ground, second on the outside. Unfamiliar's coming on. That's call 911. Sammy Blue Chip moves right up the middle. A driving finish. They're off. From between horses, that's Classy Fellow out fast with Tangency for the early lead. Coming away third as they drive into the turn goes Henry Luca with Open Up and Say Ah fourth. Trecolator racing fifth. They head off the quarter-mile, the early leader by a length. Classy Fellow racing second. Tangency rough gated in the rear there was Rick Almahurst. They go by the quarter-mile post in 29 1/5. On the front stretch, the leader is Classy Fellow. Racing in second position now is Tangency. Henry Lucas third. Open Up and Say Ah fourth. Racing in fifth, Trecolator, Joseph Cloherty, and Rick Almahurst. Into the half-mile pole they go, staying out there by a length to the half-mile mark. Classy Fellow, the half-mile was in 58 3/5. On the back stretch, Classy Fellow maintains the lead by 2. Everybody's half in, half out, nobody's going. The leader is Classy Fellow, now up on the outside. That's Henry Luca. They go to the 3/4. Classy Fellow leads. Henry Luca moves up to challenge second, racing in third as they swing round the turn on the rail. That's Tangency. Open Up and Say Ah's a powerful fourth. They're in the lane. It's Henry Luca, the leader. Open Up and Say Ah on the outside, racing second. Closing ground is Trecolator. The leader is Henry Luca, racing in second, Trecolator, but it's Henry Luca racing second. Open Up and Say Ah. Racing. They're off. Along the inside for the early lead goes Chicago Ed with Autumn Express driving up on the outside. Silverado Jake, and Silverado Jake gets the lead. Racing in second round, the turn goes Chicago Ed in third position now. As they go over to the quarter mile, that's Autumn Express. The Book and Billy is fourth. Racing fifth, Connie's Best. They go off the quarter mile pole, 28 3/5. Silverado Jake leads. Racing second as they go to the 3/8 marker now on the inside. That's Chicago Ed. Racing in third position by the stands the first time. Comes Autumn Express on the outside, moving up to be fourth to the half mile. That's the Book and the Billy. The leader is Silverado Jake, racing in second to the half mile mark. Chicago Ed, Book and Billy comes on third, moving up to be fourth after a half mile. That's Count Westby, the halves in a minute. It's Silverado Jake holding firm a length. Book and Billy gains ground second, racing in third to the corner. That's Chicago Ed on the outside fourth. Comes Count Westby. Country Special moves up fifth, racing in sixth as they go to the turn on the inside of horses. That's Autumn Express. It's a bunching field as they turn for home. On the front end with a short lead now, the Book and the Billy. Racing in second, Silverado Jake. Country Special's cooking up a brew on the outside. That's Country Special flying on the outside with Book and Billy. It's Country Special getting the lead. Book and Billy is second. Country Special